Hi, I'm Jeff and welcome to On the Table. I've done a couple of videos in the past on my reviews or looks at board games, and I decided that I need a title and a cool intro. So thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about one I've been playing a little bit. I recently got it a couple weeks ago and it's really impressed me, and this one is called Dawn of the Zeds from Victory Point Games. So let's just dive right in and take a look at it. Dawn of the Zeds, second edition, is designed by Herman Luttman and published by Victory Point Games. It's a solitaire game that puts you in charge of the town of Farmingdale and its defenses, trying to hold off the hordes of the undead that are going to converge on the town and eat all of your people. The deluxe edition comes in a box with two maps, a cardstock map and a puzzle board map. They're both the same map. This map is two-sided. One side is for the classic nightmare scenario, the basic scenario. The other is for the more advanced, more challenging walking Zeds scenario, and it includes another track into town. You also get well-illustrated rules, a couple of sheets that help you set up and walk you through your first playthrough of the game, a good learning game. Lots of very cool, very thick laser-cut counters. There are heroes, civilians, game reminders, and of course you have the zombie hordes that are going to converge on the town and eat everyone. Setup is fairly straightforward. It's done according to the scenario you're playing. Just look in the rule book and it will tell you exactly what you do. You set out the player aids, counters, build your event deck and fate deck, and you're ready to start. You'll have the town heroes ready to help you in your struggle. Also, there are groups of civilians that can be moved around and fight the zombies. Each town will also have counters for villagers that will become refugees once an undead horde enters the space. Then they will start fleeing toward the town center. The game is driven by the event card deck, and to begin a turn or to start a new turn, you simply turn over a new card. Most of the cards have an event, and the phase where that particular event occurs is highlighted on that card. Now, the event may be something that helps you, but most likely it will make your life harder, like the lovely young lady pictured here. You also have a deck of fate cards you'll draw from when there's an outbreak, or if an event card tells you to. They tell you where new Zeds will appear, and other effects that can help or hinder you. Once you've drawn the new event card to start the new turn, just follow the phases on the card to play. During the first phase, you may be able to move a number of refugee units toward your town. If there's a ranger unit on the board, they can also move and fight, and if there are raiders, or the bad guys stealing from you, they will also move during this phase one space toward the town center. Then, you check the infection level. If it's equal or higher to what's on the card, you'll have an outbreak, and a new zombie horde will spring up somewhere on the board. You draw a fate card to find out where that horde springs up, and also follow the rest of the instructions on that card. During the next phase, you'll find out if any of your supplies have been consumed, which means you may have to send people out to forage for more. It's a good idea to forage for supplies and ammo. In the Zeds phase, hordes on the map will move along the tracks indicated toward the town center. If they enter a space with live humans, like refugees, civilians, or heroes, there will be trouble. Also, when Zeds enter a named space on the map, they cause chaos. A chaos marker is put down, and that can slow down your heroes later. During the action phase, you get a number of actions indicated on the card. You use these actions to try and keep the Zeds away from the town center. There are a lot of things you can do, including moving a unit. You can build a barricade, research or heal if the right hero is in play, forage for both supplies and ammo. You will need ammo. And any other thing that may be listed on the player aid or other cards. Combat in Dawn of the Zeds can be ranged or hand-to-hand. It's resolved by checking a unit's current strength, and then looking that up on the combat table, rolling the dice, and finding the result. The result will tell you how many hits the enemy unit took in range combat and how many hits both units take in hand-to-hand. Ranged attacks are preferable as you don't have to come into contact with the undead. Hand-to-hand, you're in the same space, and the infection level goes up. Ranged attacks do use up ammo, though. After you've found how many hits each unit takes, you apply those. Heroes can only take 2 hits before they die, and they're removed from the game. A civilian counter can take 4 hits before it's eliminated. The undead zombie hordes, they can take a lot of hits. 6 hits will completely destroy a zombie horde. But then it goes back into the mix to be drawn later when a random horde is placed on the map. The game ends in one of 2 ways. The most common, for me anyway, is if a horde of Zeds moves into the town center. The zombies have arrived, chaos ensues, civilization as we know it is over, and that's it. If you make it long enough that the National Guard arrives card comes up, and you follow the instructions on that card, and the bottom line is once the National Guard has arrived, no zombies are in town, then you win, and you have saved humanity for now. There are also optional rules if you feel you need more of a challenge. And that is Dawn of the Zeds from Victory Point Games. Now, this is only the second title I bought from them. I'm really impressed with the company. The other title I bought was Zulus on the Ramparts, and that's another one that I really like to play. It's a lot quicker than this one. Same basic premise. The whole States of Siege series of games are like that, where you're defending a town center or an Alamo type situation, or the little camp at Rourke's Drift against oncoming hordes of enemies. In this case, they're zombies, or should I say Zeds. Now, this game, I only showed you the classic nightmare scenario. This actually comes with basically 3 different scenarios. You've got a tutorial scenario with guides for setting it up, and even a sheet that walks you through the first couple of turns so you can learn the game. And it is a really good way to learn it. Also, the classic nightmare scenario, which is what we were looking at with the maps a little more simplified, and in the Walking Zeds scenario, which is one, when you feel brave, you can tackle that one. You've got a lot more stuff to deal with. You've got another track, a tunnel track on the map, and like super Zeds and strong Zeds and leaping Zeds and acid spitting Zeds and these things that make you go, ugh. Really nice game, really neat game. And I should add that Victory Point Games comes with this cool little napkin, which has their logo on it. The laser cutting process they use for their counters, I guess, chars the edges of the counter sometimes, and they send you a napkin so you can wipe the soot off the counters, so you don't get little brown stains off on your fingers. And I kept this napkin. This game I got was it was in good shape. I didn't notice any soot, so I'm keeping the napkin just because it's kind of cool looking and it has their logo on it. So, Dawn of the Zeds, and that is on the table. And thanks for watching.